The students from more than 50 universities are taking part in a rent strike in protest at how the pandemic has affected their studies. Many courses, of course, have moved to remote learning, which has caused some students to go back home. And with mental health also a big concern, the higher education regulator is calling for more financial and emotional support for students. Adina Campbell reports.
A lonely figure in one of the UK's largest cities. Life in Sheffield for third-year student Harry Smith isn't what it used to be. Stuck indoors in a tiny room, he's one of a handful of people left in this block of flats, normally home to hundreds. His only contact with the outside world, working part-time at the local supermarket.
I've told my university many times, you should have told us to stay at home and do a virtual degree. It would have saved £5,000 for me on rent. It would have saved coming here, switching jobs, ruining my mental health, that sort of thing. But I think someone needs to step in, the government, the accommodation themselves, or the university, to sort of alleviate these contracts that we're tied up to.
Sheffield Hallam University says it quickly communicated that teaching would be online until the end of February and has prioritised mental health support. Harry has just about managed to pay his rent for the next few months, but others are choosing not to and are taking part in a rent strike campaign at more than 50 universities in the UK. The Department of Education and governments in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland say millions of pounds has been made available to help those experiencing financial difficulties, as well as funding for better access to online learning. But some have reached breaking point. Reese, not his real name, decided to drop out of his first year at university after just 6 weeks before Christmas.
I've been seeing counsellors really at the moment since I've dropped out. It's pretty much rotting where I stand, really. I haven't had the motivation to do anything else or find anything else. One of the most painfully lonely experiences I've ever had.
Remote learning is now the everyday reality for people like Harry. With just a few months left until he graduates, the end of his degree couldn't come soon enough. Adina Campbell, BBC News in Sheffield.